Hello there, my name is Hocus Pocus, and welcome back to the Minecraft 1.14 Hardcore Survival Series. This is episode 2, and if you're with me for the last one, you will remember that we got this small cave area set up with a few amenities for us to survive a couple of nights here and there, just to get things rolling, you know. First episode and all that good stuff, so not much in terms of progress. We got this AFK fish farm set up. I've been using it occasionally over the past couple of days, trying to do some AFK here, but unfortunately, the fruits of our labor have been pretty slack. Over the weekend, however, we did do a stream and managed to attain an enchanting table and an anvil. So 2 good things there for progression. And now our chests are looking something like this. So you can take a quick look at our inventory here. A couple more enchanted books from exploring, all that good stuff. We managed to find our first diamonds down in the mine. Got a name tag as well, which I have promised to Noah. I'm going to name a cat for him. So we'll do that when we get the chance. And apart from that, everything's relatively the same. So in terms of plans for today's episode, I want to go ahead and see if we can get ourselves an enchanting setup complete. That would be nice, right? So that we can start to enchant some tools, some weapons, some armor, all that good stuff. That will help us progress a lot quicker in the meantime. As well as that, I want to do a bit of work on our base, try and tidy it up a little bit, just because at the moment it's quite shabby. It's not the greatest looking thing I've ever seen. I might also switch out the door for an iron door, just because iron doors aren't able to be broken by zombies. Because I think in hard mode, zombies can break wooden doors, right? So we got to be a bit careful about that. We don't want any zombies breaking into our home and murdering us when we least expect it. That would not be good. So here, I just do a quick harvest of the bamboo as well, just to make sure we got some fuel for our furnaces over the course of this episode. It does burn pretty quickly. I think bamboo cooks an item every 4 pieces of bamboo, so you have to divide everything you get by 4. So every stack does 16 items, so as long as you got enough stacks on you, you should be good to go. Right, in terms of getting an enchanting setup going, we've got 29 leather, of which we need 45, I believe. So the next best thing to do might be to attempt to set up a cow farm of some sort. So if we can grab some of the cows, which we should be able to, there are some nearby, we can then set them up in a crusher setup, so an entity crushing setup, you know, where you pile them all up in a hole and then just wait for them to kill each other over time. So let's see what we can do here. I see 1 cow here. Let's not tempt him just yet. And there should be a couple more around the area. Here we go. Look, 1, 2, 3, another 3. So that should be good enough for us. Come on, cow. Follow us. Follow us up the hill to your friend. Okay, is he still coming? He is. Good, good. Okay, all the way over here, please. Good cow, good cow. Okay, we've got 2 cows. Awesome. Let's take them back towards the base. And we just need to get something set up to pin them in, and then we'll think about how this design is going to function. But we're going to need a hopper, I think, a chest, some water, maybe. I don't know if it still works with water. I'm going to have to look that up. Come on, cows. Come on. There we go. Good, good, good. Right. Let's keep them coming in this direction. Just because I want them to hang around the base, really. I want them to be nearby to the base so that when we need them, we can go get them. Come on, dude. There we go. And this one has now lost interest. Oh, this is a pain. Come on. Cows, come on. There we go. Look, 1 of them, 2 of them. Good. Down we come. I'm going to probably just pop them in the water here for now. So if I sort of come across the gap here, bring them this way. That's it. Good cows. And then if they just hang around here, that should be fine. They're a bit closer to us than they would have otherwise been. And then when we need them, we can just pop back outside. So I'm going to go and check out how this farm is made. And then we'll get it done, okay? But we also need to do some work in the base as well. So there's a few things we need to do in this episode, and I'm sure we'll get through them. So work on the base, enchanting setup, and also a cow farm. If we can get all 3 of those things done, we'll be in a very healthy position. I'm sure of that. Okay, I'm pretty sure on the basics now of how this farm works. So we'll build it somewhere around here. I think that will be okay for now. We can always move it. So let me see. Where should we put this? I think somewhere right here will do the trick. So what we want to do is we want to dig down a couple blocks like so. And then we want to go down here. And right at the bottom, we want to pop a hopper in. So let's do that and have it face into this block here, which there will be a chest in place of like that. And then we want to have a dispenser right here like so. And we can just pop our water bucket in there. We will replace that in just a second. And then we want a button up here. Is that gonna function the way I want it to? Yes, it is. Good. Right. Let's turn that back off. And then we need to get out of this pit. So we'll use some dirt to get out of here, like that and like that. And then the cows will have to go right in there. So what we will need to do actually is probably change up the design ever so slightly. We need a half slab because we want to be able to access the chest, right? So let's create ourselves a half slab quickly. Any material is fine. We'll just use the cobblestone for now, like so. And then we want to come down into the farm again. Oh, if I can get out the door, there we go. And then we want to come down here. And down here, is there anything in here? There's a dirt block, we'll take that back. We want to put a half slab like this, and then we'll put that back on top. And then to access the chest, we'll just go down through there, and then we can just open it like so. So that's the way we're going to get items out of the farm. And then what we also need to do is get some cows in there. So where did our friendly local cows go? Oh, they're making their way back over here. Dudes, come on. I brought you this way. Come on. There we go. That's it. Next time, don't abandon me, okay? Don't abandon me. Well, they shouldn't be able to once they're in the farm, right? So let's get them in the farm. And then hopefully, as I say, they won't be able to abandon us again. All right, I'm going to just do them one at a time. I think that might be a bit easier. So come on, this way. Come towards the farm. There you go. And then, can they fit in one by ones? They should be able to. I've seen this farm done before. Unless you have to put the baby in there and then it grows up. That could be the idea here. Let me see then. Let me grab this one. We can create a little baby and have the baby go in the farm. Okay, come on. Come on now. This way. Good. Good cow. Good cow. There we go. Look at this. There we go. I want to get them near the farm though, just so that the baby pops out somewhere in the vicinity. Alright, so breed and breed. Awesome. There we go. And then this dude, before he grows up, can get pushed into the 1x1. And now we have our first farm member. So we need to do this again, one more time. Once these guys are ready to breed again, so that we can have another baby in there. And then once we have two, we should be in a situation where we can start using this thing. Because if we push the water button, they will float up, and then you can just breed them by standing here and obviously spamming the mass of cows with wheat, and then they should breed. And eventually, once there's enough in there, they should actually die from being crushed, and then their loot will be in the chest. So that's the start of the very first goal of this episode done. We do need to get a few more cows in there, of course, and we'll do that in due course. So next thing is to probably start to beautify our base, because we need the leather for the enchanting setup. So in the meantime, let's try and do something about this hellhole that we're calling home at the moment. Okay guys, we finally got 2 cows into the farm outside. It's just over there, as you may know. We've moved the door over slightly, and we're going to get some work done on the base now, just to try and tidy it up. So here I'm just going to pop in a few extra blocks, because what we're going to do is we're going to have a 1 wide walkway right at the very top, and that is going to lead into a staircase which takes us down. And I've had another thought actually. Maybe we will do something a little bit different, just because there is grass right outside, see? So we need to make sure that we're not going to interrupt any of the wildlife outside, or any of the natural generation, if we can help it. I think that'll be a better approach. So maybe we'll think about the staircase in a second, but I've got kind of an idea of what I want to do down here. And I'm taking some inspiration from Chosen Architect. It's another channel that I'd recommend you guys check out if you haven't yet. Does some decent Minecraft commentary, that type of thing, similar to this channel really. And in his most recent Let's Play, he's building in a jungle as well. And he's using a combination of cobblestone and stripped jungle logs, which we have enough of, I think, to get the job done. So what we've got here is a 5 wide opening, which I'm going to stick with. We're going to need to tear a few things out here, so we might want to just empty out this AFK fish farm chest quickly. There we go. Grab everything and pop it over here, just because at the moment we need to clear some space to work in. So let's do that. And then we will actually go ahead and pull the fish farm down. We don't need it right now. We can set it back up after we're done here. So let's make a bucket. Take the water. There we go. And then we can just go ahead and pop everything else out very simply. Do that. There we go. And then give us the axe, and we can take that away, and the chest. And again, we'll just pop all of this in the back there in the chest, like so. Ready for use next time around. And then what we want to do is we want to take some of the oak, the jungle logs, wherever I put those. Oh, they're in my inventory there. And then we're going to lay them down like this. So this is going to be the very first one. We're going to go like this. Just have a row of them running through the center of the base up until this point where the mine is. We might even cover over that hole there for the time being as well. And then we'll also pick the anvil up and put one right here. Let's grab the ladder as well and then do that. And then we also want to just strip these. There we go. A nice stripped jungle texture. And then what we'll do is we'll have some cobblestone stairs that run alongside this. So they're going to go all the way through like this. And then we'll have areas where they sort of jet off to the left and right so that we can access chests, because I want most of this room for the time being just to be storage, because storage is important early on in the game. So I'm going to just get a little bit set up here. Then we'll jump back in and do a bit more together on camera, I think. Check it out, you guys. Check it out. This is what we've got so far. And I'm pretty pleased currently. So we've got these little tracks that shoot off of the central divide that lead out to chests on this side. And we're probably going to add some chests on the other side as well. I lowered everything in the room down by 1 block just to give us a bit more headroom, because I was figuring that I think we're pretty close to the surface here, a couple blocks away. So we don't want to go... look, there you go. We don't want to go too shallow with this, just so that we can have enough headroom and enough height in the room. So what we need to do is, again, replicate what we've got behind us on this wall. So we start off with some oak. I keep calling it oak. It's not oak, is it? It's jungle wood. We start off with some jungle wood planks, going up both sides with some stairs at the top, just to give that extra bit of detail and depth to the build. So let's see what we've got here. We've got 2 planks. Probably going to need to do that, and then go something like this. Same on that side, and then we need to grab our extra stairs, 1 there and 1 there. Let's move the grindstone as well. We'll pop that just there for now. That will do. And then what we want to do is take this another block back. That gives us enough space to fit the chests in. And then the flooring here needs to be jungle as well, so we need to go grab some more of that in just a second. But the walls inside, I usually layer with cobblestone, then add a few detail blocks in. So the detail blocks that we're going to be using in this build are probably going to be just andesite and mossy cobblestone. I think they both complement the design well enough. So what we'll do is we will go straight in with the cobblestone like this on all sides. And then you just want to take a couple out here and there just to add that extra bit of detail. And we'll do 1 more on that side. There we go. And then you can go something like this, the mossy in there, get some andesite in. And then maybe some more mossy like that, and that works well. And then at the top, we need some slabs so that all of the chests are accessible. And once again, we've got the same design blocks here. We've got cobble, mossy, and andesite. So let's go with some cobble, and then maybe some andesite. And then we'll just go with cobble again to change things up from the other side. And now we're going to need just the jungle wood in there, and then the chest. So let's go and see if any of our jungle trees have grown. I've been breeding the cows, but it's not a very quick progression, so we may have to leave the enchanting setup until next episode. We've got 31 levels though, so we're in a position now where we can actually begin to think about enchanting diamond tools, as long as we can get the right enchantment for it. Obviously, I want to get fortune if possible on a pickaxe. That'd be nice. As you can see though, the trees haven't grown, so I think what we'll do is we'll take some bones if we've got any, or some bone meal. Either of those will do. Let's just do something like that. Craft that into bone meal. Take it outside and grow the trees ourselves forcefully so that we can get some of that wood, because we are lacking it at the moment. The cow farm, as I say, is doing okay. It's doing okay. But we may need to hold off until next episode with the enchanting setup, just because, you know, with time and all that, I need to get this episode out. So we might not have the time to wait around. But what we're going to do is we'll just tear out the trunks like this. I always leave the bottom one in place so we know where to replant the sapling when we come back. So let's do that and that. There we go. Get ourselves some jungle wood, and we can take that inside, lay that down on the floor, and then we can get the chest crafted. And we should have a total of, what? Is that going to be 8 double chests, I think? 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, 8 double chests, which is nice. That should be enough for the time being. So we've got 1, 2, 3, 4. I think we just need 16 logs. That should be the required amount. There we go, 8 chests. And then we need to pop those down there. And then what I do to get these in, I just do something like this. Take a few blocks away and lay them in like so. And then we can come back with the jungle planks again. Do something like that, and we are in business. So we've got our first bit of storage in place, which is good. That means we can begin to transfer everything from these chests into the storage, but we will need to label it. So what we're going to do for that is probably something like this. So if we get our jungle wood, create some jungle signs. And then let's say, for example, in this chest, we want it to be our coal and all that good stuff. We can just go something like ores, ingots, and I think minerals, I call it usually. Ores, ingots, and minerals. I don't really know what to call the diamonds and stuff. Gems, minerals, that kind of thing. That's usually the kind of fill we go for. So what we'll do is we'll start to pack all of this in there. And I will probably bunch this up into blocks in just a second once I've gone off camera again. But for now, we'll just try and move everything in. So was there anything else? There was a bit of iron there that we need to pop in. Some gold. That is going to go in there. Diamonds as well will definitely go in. Coal. I can't fit that in my inventory right now. So let's do that. Transfer it across. And then get that coal as well. There was some coal. Is that the last of it? I think that is probably about it, right? Yeah, so let's transfer that in. So that's what I'm going to be doing just now, is organizing this chest. And then I will try and label a few more of these so that we can get all of this dispersed for now. And then I'll do some more work here on the base interior, and we'll check that out in due course. I've added in a couple more of the storage units, so we've currently got a total of 16 double chests worth of storage, which should be enough for now. Early game, you don't need it all that much. It's obviously when you get to the later game, you got a ton of items, is when things start to get difficult, so we will just hold off for the time being. Anyway, I've got a bit of an idea about what we want to do with this space in between the storage compartments. We've got a bunch of the crafting blocks available, and we need somewhere to locate them. So I'm figuring that we use this area in between just to store some of these crafting blocks, and by those I mean the stone cutter. We've got the... there was one more, wasn't there? Possibly not. Okay, in that case then we've got some furnaces as well to go in. Oh, the grindstone is what I was thinking of, the grindstone. So we need some jungle logs again, which we've got. And we need some slabs like that. So I think I'm going to just do some slabs maybe at this height here. And then we'll pop our stone cutter on one side, this guy on the other like that. And we've got sort of a shelving system going on, so you can see. But then obviously we do want to change the design up in some way. So I think we'll break out these bottom blocks here. And then we will go with... What should we go with here? This is a tough decision because... Actually, you know what we might want to do? We might want to actually use something different there and go with planks on the floor. So if we craft some planks up, something like that, and just fill this area in like so. There we go, with some jungle planks. Very simple, very basic. We will take some stone in the form of probably cobblestone, I'm thinking. Actually, we should probably mix up the textures a little bit. So let's do something like this. Let's pop a mossy cobblestone in there like that. So we've got a little bit of a shelving unit going on. And we might even do something like this, actually. Let's take this one back. Have we got any cobblestone stairs left? I don't think we do we? No, we do not. So let's craft up some of those, or at least one piece. And we'll try and do something like this. So we've got a shelving unit that actually has a stand instead of just floating freely. I think that looks a bit better. We do actually need to change the back wall out as well. That would be something worth doing. So let's quickly take that away. And for this, we'll probably just use the cobblestone textures again, just to mix things up. We've got planks on the side, so it will contrast well enough, I think. And then we'll also change the backs out as well, just so that if we do happen to see in behind the shelving unit, it won't cause any sort of issues. Alright, so let's lay those back there, and then we want to think about switching a few out again. So we need some andesite and some mossy cobblestone. Okay, so we'll go with a bit of andesite on this side, I think. And that'll do for the bottom layer. Then the rest of it we'll just do like this. We'll put some cobblestone in. And then, as usual, we'll just take a couple pieces out here and there and change them up with some mossy cobblestone and some andesite. So let's do that. And then the andesite can go in here, here, and here. Then we'll get some mossy there, and there. There we go. The wall's a little bit different now, right? So it's probably time we thought about maybe adding some lighting features in. But before we do that, I think the ceilings, I want to have something like that. So let's craft a few more of those if we can. Do something like this. And just take the beams across. So it looks like support, right? It looks almost like some support beams for the ceiling. I think that's a good idea. We'll quickly sleep as well, just so that it's daytime, because I kind of get worried about the zombies. Not that they should find us, but they might break down the door, and that would not be something that we want to happen, obviously. So in between these sort of support beams, we will have some more of this cobblestone texture going on. So we'll just do something like this. Maybe some andesite here. And then more mossy there. Yep, that works well. And then the same on this side. So we've already got a bit of andesite in place. We'll leave that as it is. But we will change up this section here. So we might go like that. Put some cobble in. Then some more mossy. There we go. That works. And then we'll do the same thing in the center here. Yeah, as I was saying though, we do want some form of light if possible. So what I was thinking of is maybe popping this out here. And taking it back one block so that we've got a nice little gap. And we could even do something like this, actually. Let's do something like this. So we'll take that one back as well. And we'll pop in a nice little jungle slab up there. And then we'll grab ourselves some iron. And we'll break that down into nuggets. And then we will create ourselves a nice little lantern. Because lanterns are definitely one of the best light sources in the game in terms of aesthetics. So we might pop that in there like so. Again, it's not too over the top, but at the same time looks quite nice, right? Alright guys, we're going to wrap things up just in a moment, but let's take a look at our house before we do that. Or our base, I should say. It's not much of a house, is it? Because we're kind of underground once again, which is where I like to be. So coming in, of course, we've got the 4 storage areas in each corner of the current room. It will expand probably in this direction eventually, but for now we will live in this small hidey hole. And we've got the 4 corner storage areas. As I say, we've got a bit of a smelting setup here. So I've got 2 furnaces and a smoker as well as a blast furnace. I'm just going to pop 64 bamboo into each of those for the time being. On the opposite side, of course, you already know that we've got the stone cutter and the grindstone here. I've replicated the lamp setup on either side. At the moment, we've got a couple torches in place as well, but we will try and get rid of those ASAP. A couple lanterns on the ceiling as well, just to provide some extra light. Hatch to go down into the mine. Crafting table bang in the middle of the room. And you know what? I really like how this has turned out. I think it looks really cool. So at the moment, happy days, right? Happy days. So in the next episode, hopefully we will have enough, it depends how much time I get to play, really. But of course, we want to keep developing the cows over there. We might try and do one more breed if we can before we end this episode, just because I want to keep things ticking over there. And hopefully, sooner rather than later, they will start killing themselves through mob entity crushing, or whatever it's called. And then we will start to get leather and meat from them. So let's just do one more breed if we can. There we go. I might need to change the design of this a little bit. It's kind of temperamental. It's hard to get all of the cows in love mode in the current state. So we might have to change it a little bit in the coming episode or so. But there you go. You can see there's quite a few guys down in there at the moment, which is perfect. Exactly what we want to see. And as I say, once they begin to grow up and we can breed more and more, we should start to see some loot going into the chest down there. So as I say, guys, that is going to be it from me for this episode of the Hardcore Minecraft Survival series. I hope you enjoyed what you saw today. I had a ton of fun recording it again, as I always do. If you did enjoy, please be sure to drop a like. That would be awesome. Also, comments down below. Anything you want to say, be sure to do it. And finally, if you're new around here or haven't subscribed yet, then be sure to subscribe to the channel to stay tuned to this series and all of the other awesome Minecraft content that we decide to post. So once again, you guys, I appreciate the fact that you're taking precious time out of your day to watch my videos. I am very grateful to have you here. Take care of yourselves. Take care of your families. I'll catch you all in the next one. Bye bye.